So you want a Titanic. I mean, who doesn't want a Titanic, man? Like, I love these things. If I could just have a full team of Titanics, I would. In fact, I've been thinking about trading this thing out so I can get a bunch more, but man, it's such a good one. It's a shiny plus this number 25, and I hatched it from a plushie. I'd rather have Titanics than these huges. But yeah, a lot of people want Titanics, and today we're going to be talking about how you can get one yourself. A lot of people don't understand what it takes to get one of these, and we're going to cover all kinds of avenues that you can get one. I have seen a bunch of videos that cover the same topic. I was just hoping I would find one that had something that I wasn't including, and most of them didn't even include some of the information I'm going to be including in here today. So make sure to keep watching if you want to learn something. Some of you pros don't really need this video, but maybe you've never had a Titanic before, then this video is for you. Now, if you like Pitsum99, please do me a solid, hit that like button, and if you'd like this video, please consider subscribing. That way I can make more videos like this one for you. Now, speaking of getting cool stuff, this video is brought to you by FreshCut. They have a new game that just recently launched called Rapid Rumble. It's a game centered around playing fun mini games to earn fresh ticks. Fresh ticks can be used to purchase limited UGC items in the Rapid Rumble shop. So if you like UGC, definitely go check out Rapid Rumble. It's a unique spin, I think, on mini games. If you want to check the game out, I will include a link in the description below. So back to getting your first Titanic. There's a lot of ways you can get these, obviously. I'm going to go through the most obvious ones first and a little bit more obscure how to trade for one of these type things, because a lot of people say, oh yeah, you can go and trade for them, and you know what they do? They usually go here, they go and show the eggs and then say like, well, you can hatch for one and you can buy some eggs and all that stuff and sell them. Okay, we're going to cover that, but that's not the best way. There are lots of ways you don't actually have to pay to win in this game in order to be able to trade for one of these. It just takes a lot of time, okay? It's a lot of work and time. Even I spent a lot of time for some of these. So let's talk about the correct way to get a Titanic. First way, and the most recommended way that I would say, would be to use huges. Now, I know you're thinking, DV, dude, that's like so pay to win. No, it's not. Like, look at all these happy computers. So a lot of people hatched these, and they did it on alt accounts, and it was completely free to play. What they did was they had multiple accounts running. There are videos out there on how to do this, by the way, free to play. And you essentially go over to the spawn, and you're going to go to the active egg that you can hatch, which right now, as of this video, is number 162. Now, in the future, it's going to be obviously further down. It's probably going to be like up here or maybe over here. You can see the active huges in here, and a lot of people are hatching this constantly to get full teams of huges for free. There are so many people, and I'm saying free to plays, that have done that. I even did it on my hardcore account, which has never seen the light of day inside of a trade plaza. Like, literally, my hardcore account has no time in trade plaza. It doesn't even have the castle unlocked. If that one can hatch a huge, you can certainly hatch a huge, and there's lots of ways to get huges. After you've got a lot of huges, the next step is figure out how much you need to trade them up. So the average huge right now is going for about 50 million. That's as of right now. So happy rocks are fluctuating. They just dropped after some deflation, and they came back, and now they're at 44 million. I would say the average, though, is going to be about 50 million, because you're probably going to get some like happy computers at some point. You might have like a huge zebra. That's 50 million. Those are the cheaper ones. Now, if you have better huges, good, because it's going to be so much easier for you to be able to get a Titanic. Now, Titanics, as of this video, are going for about 5.5 billion each. You have to ignore the RAP on these because no one's selling them in the trade plaza. So RAP is completely out of date. No one's selling these for 2 billion. Like, it's impossible to get one right now in the trade plaza. They are about 5.5 billion. It's a little bit less. I'm just rounding it up because of the fact that every day it keeps going up. So if you're watching this video 2-3 days later, it's probably going to be about 5.5 billion just based on the inflation right now inside the marketplace. So the best way to look at the current cheapest Titanic is going to be to use a site like Cosmic Values. Now, there's other price guides like 123 Demands, but the last time I checked, they didn't have a lot of the new stuff. Granted, their prices are not always up to date, okay? So you have to kind of do your own research. Sadly, this is all you're going to be able to get if you don't know how to do your own research. Right here, you can see the Titanic fawn fluctuating. It's been about 5 billion. It went up a bit to what, 5.6 billion. It dropped after deflation. Guarantee you it's back up. So pretty soon it's going to exceed 5.6 billion. And the reason why I'm showing you the fawn is one of the cheapest Titanics you can get right now. One of the cheapest. Another cheap one you could, compare prices with would be the banana one, which is right here, Titanic Banana Cat. It's about 5.5 billion. You can see it went all the way up to probably about close to 6 billion. So in a week or two, it might be 6.6 billion, but there is good news. All right. There's good news. So as soon as they raise the cap, the diamond cap, and you're able to go inside the trade plaza and sell things for more than 2 billion, assuming you could get up to like 5 billion or 6 billion, you're going to start seeing people selling them again. So the value of the Titanics will drop for a little while, and you'll have a chance to get something. I think don't count on this, not investment advice, but I think you're going to be able to find them for less than 5 billion at some point as soon as you can start trading them in the Plaza again, because people get impatient. They want that 5 billion quick. They don't want to have to do the trades. Trading is a pain. When you're trying to do value trades, it's really painful. Most people just want diamonds. So hopefully in the next update, we're going to have that. And if we do, awesome, because you're going to be able to see cheaper Titanics for a bit. And I'm saying for a bit, they're going to keep going up. So if you're expecting things to stay around this price, dude, they're going to keep going up, and don't wait. You're going to miss out on some really good prices. Right now, these Titanics are an amazing price. Even 5 billion for a Titanic is an amazing price. Remember, not long ago, people were making fun of me with this Titanic Love Melon. I traded up a bunch of stuff for it. I think I traded a ton of chest mimics and a ton of boss mimics. But if we're to believe this RAP, dude, this guy hit 12 million. Yeah, there's like 314 of these. Back to it. How many huges are you going to need to buy a 5.5 billion RAP Titanic? Well, you're going to need a whole lot of them. And that's assuming your average is 50 million. Now, if you have a lot of goldens, you've got like some that are like 80 million, 100 million, your job is a lot easier. It's just simple math, right? 5.5 billion, you got to divide your RAP by that. And if we're just talking about like an average of 50 million per huge, you're going to need about 110 of these. 110 huges. That's a lot, right? Well, hopefully most of your huges are worth more. Maybe your huges are worth like 100 million each. If they are, it's a way easier job. You only need 55 of those. So again, just basic math, right? Get your calculator out, divide stuff. You can also look at some exclusives. Some of these exclusives are going for a lot. Like I got this dragon fruit here. It's worth 167 million now. This rainbow shiny is worth more than 3 of my huges. That's pretty crazy. We also have another rainbow shiny over here. That's going to keep going up. So if you have a lot of exclusives, don't, underestimate what they can go for. Lots of value in there. And the reason why I say this is the most correct way to get a Titanic is huge values go up with Titanics. So this is always going to be the best approach for the average player. And I'm saying average player, I'm saying non-pay-to-win player. This is the best approach. There are way better pay-to-win methods than this, all right, that are way easier. We'll get to them in a second. I think some of them are obvious. You don't always have to just be like, dude, I only hatched 3 of these. Well, go to the marketplace, flip them and get 4 of them, and then flip the 4 and get 5 of them, and then flip the 5 and get 6 of them, and just continue to do that. And that's how I did a lot of these. You just keep flipping these huges. So don't think like, well, DV, I only have 3 huges. I'll never have 100. Are you kidding me? Dude, just go flip them, sell them on the high, wait for deflation, buy them low. And if you mess up with your inflation and deflation flipping, you can always go and invest in eggs and sit on those to get, your value back. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So the next thing you can do, which is one of my favorites, this is one of my absolute favorite ways to do it because it's kind of a combination between free to play as well as pay to win, and that's exclusive enchants. Now, if you didn't watch my video of me using exclusives only to get this Titanic right here, you got to go watch that. That was an unbelievable trade. Now, granted, nowadays, if you think about the chest mimics value, it's almost like 900 million a piece. It's crazy. I can't remember when I traded, but I traded a lot of chest mimics for this guy. And dude, I have no regrets. I don't care how many chest mimics I had. No regrets on getting this guy. So chest mimics are a really great one. Let me show you the current value for chest mimics. So if you have these in your inventory, and I'd imagine a lot of you do because there were a lot of chest mimics out there, they are worth about 900 million a piece. No one's selling them for 893 million. If they are, they're getting scammed because these are worth more than 900 million now. And what that means is you only need to sell 6 of these, only 6 of these to get a Titanic. That's pretty nuts, right? Here's my opinion. As soon as this goes away, this is going to be one of the most valuable enchants in the game. And it's one of the cheapest pay to win enchants you can get. Even if you don't pay to win, even if you trade for this, think about Super Magnet. Like, it's not a game pass currently. Now, if they add a game pass, then we got scammed. But still, like, who doesn't need Super Magnet in this game? Everyone needs Super Magnet in this game. It basically collects coins, loot bags, and dropped items from anywhere and everywhere. And it's only 100 million gems right now. And it's only 1,200 Robux. That's crazy to me. I've been stocking up on this. Just proof I've been stocking up on these. I've got 7 right now. Actually, I've got 8. And I could, if I could, I would try to get 20 to 30 of these right now. I'm telling you, dude, you're going to want these. These are going to be 1 billion plus. So think about that as the next chest mimic, in my opinion. This is not me trying to inflate this value, okay? I don't really care about that. I don't try to manipulate the market in any way. I'm just giving you what my speculation is on the game based on, you know, certain trends. So this is just a future suggestion. Maybe hold on to a bunch of these. Next, we have boss chest mimics. Now, this is a really, really big one. In my opinion, this is going to be worth more than the chest mimic at some point, the regular chest mimic. Granted, most of the time, the reason why chest mimics are so popular is we got a lot of them that come up here in our quests, right? So rank rewards, as well as just like achievements and such. Everyone's wanting chest mimics because it does save them a lot of time. Granted, you can spawn chests just by clearing stuff and then just randomly appear. So it's not that big a deal. Just remember, boss chest mimic is probably going to be a lot more popular. It gives you a lot more loot. So again, boss mimics, this one's value fluctuates a lot. It's been going up fast, but you're going to need about 26 of these to be able to get a Titanic right now. I would wait it out. It's currently available in the shop. I wouldn't even bother doing those trades right now. Wait until it gets out of the shop, then it's going to skyrocket. Same thing's going to happen to the boss lucky block. This one is as popular as this one. This one's going to give you a lot more gems. So a lot of people like these. I think this one spawns a lot faster than this, but I haven't really stacked it that much yet. I think this is probably one of your best investments, honestly. But again, I don't know. We'll see. This one is trash. Don't get that one. So let's get into the next one, which is buying eggs. I mean, this is obvious, right? You can buy eggs, and of course, you can get a chance to hatch these. When I first started the game, I hatched 3 Titanics. Maybe I did like 1,500 eggs. Hatching's cool, but it's harder now. I think they nerfed it or something because I opened 1,000 eggs of these recently. I didn't even get a Titanic Batcat. I wouldn't recommend buying eggs and hatching. I'd recommend selling them. Now, in order to be able to get a Titanic, a 5.5 billion Titanic, again, I mean, it's going to keep going up, but let's say you want to do that. I've got some math for you, okay? Welcome to DV's math class. So here's what's going on currently. This is the current RAP, right? These are in millions, so that's like 212 million, 211, 104, 31, and all that, right? So this is the current RAP for all the pay-to-win items that you would want to even consider. All the way from getting exclusive eggs, all the way to clan voucher, rocket hoverboard. And this is the conversion. So this is the gem to Robux conversion currently. For every Robux that you spend, or Robuck, I don't know what you call it, singular, you're getting 88,000 gems worth of stuff. So if I were to spend 2,400 Robux on a boss lucky block, it would be equivalent of this, right? So, you know, I'm basically getting 212 million gems worth for 2,400 Robux. So if you were to divide this by that, you get that, okay? Obviously, these two are the same price. These are the 2 current exclusives that you can purchase, and this one's just slightly lower. I don't know why. Maybe because it's a little older and because it's been in circulation for a bit. But it's just slightly less, and you're still about 88,000, just rounding up. That's about 88,000. So going down to Super Magnet, I'm not surprised by this. Like, even though there's more of them out there, it's in higher demand. And so you're getting about 86,000. Then you got the toilet hoverboard. Everyone loves this hoverboard. So not surprised by this. For only 400 Robux, you can get, again, 79,000 per Robux spent. That's the cheapest I see here. You'll notice other ones not doing so great. Like, look at the rocket hoverboard and the hologram hoverboard. Not as cool. And so they don't give you as many gems because no one really cares about these. Everyone's trying to flip them because no one wants them. The hidden treasure charm, not giving you a lot because no one really cares about it. Everyone knows that it's bad. So it's not giving you that much, even despite how expensive and how few there are. It's bad. Now, 10 exclusive eggs, obviously these two are going to be similar to each other because at 10 eggs, you get a discount and you're getting about 65,000. So this is based on a 20.9. Now, most people are selling them probably for like, you know, 20. You could sell it for 22 million like this. I mean, it's not going to really make a big difference. Even if you overpriced it for 24 million, like, it's still not going to compete with these enchants. So a lot of people are messing up. I think a lot of people are going and buying these eggs and selling the eggs instead of doing the enchants. Now, going back to that though, there's higher demand for eggs. It's a little bit easier to move them. So at this price, you know, say we were selling them for exactly RAP, yeah, you could probably sell them faster than selling a mimic, all right, or a lucky block. But people like enchants and they know how valuable they are. That's why those are huge. Now, clan vouchers, these have been around for a while. One of the bad ones, but you still get decent amount compared to even these hoverboards. Hopefully that didn't bore you too much, but hopefully that makes a little bit sense of, like, if you're going to pay to win it, those are the things to buy. Don't buy the eggs, buy these enchants. Ideally, one of these. Again, I'd recommend that, but if you don't want to listen to me, these two are fine. or you can just trade for them. You know, if you have the materials, maybe you could go into your inventory here, sell a bunch of trash that you don't want, like sell your pinatas, sell your party boxes, sell your shards, sell your, you know, charms, get rid of these. I have 71 million. Sell stuff you don't need and liquidate them. All your keys, get rid of those. Get all your spin tickets out. Those are trash. Someone else is going to want it, but it's pretty bad. And then your, you know, like I said, your shards and such, and just sell those and try to get an enchant and sit on it and just flip those. Buy some, you know, huges, things like that. Just go for it. So another way a lot of people were getting Titanics was if you really want to try your chance at it. I failed. I opened like, I think a couple hundred or so of these, and that's the Titanic Presence. They do have the silver dragon in them still. I probably should go and buy like 100 of these at some point. They're going for 22 million each now. They just went up 2 million. At some point, they're going to dwindle down. If I buy like 100 of these, it's just going to make them, the RAP go up even further. And I'm not going to get much of anything of value, seriously, other than maybe index pets. But dude, like, you have a chance at that, you know, silver dragon, and that's a really good pet. People are getting a lot of free silver dragons through this. I don't know what the odds are, but I would imagine it's like 1 in maybe 10,000 of those. So you can imagine the value of that. Like, geez, you're looking at about 200 billion worth of, if you just open 10,000 of those, it's like 200 billion. You could get so many Titanics with that. Even if you only open 100 of them, that's already almost half a Titanic. That's a little bit less than half. So another way you can get a Titanic is coming up next week. So this is coming up in less than 7 days, and that's the hype egg. This is a whole Easter event, and man, you're gonna be able to get this cool cat right here. This one, that's the Titanic you'd be able to get. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like it. It's got the shades. I like it. But you're going to be able to get this. This is a free-to-play way of getting Titanics. This is probably one of the easiest ways you're going to be able to get one ever. Like, just playing the game. Play the update for eggs. I didn't play this in Pet Sim X, so I don't know a whole lot about the whole hype event, but I'm sure this is going to be a great way for you to be able to get lots of cool pets. Another way you can do it is by participating in giveaways. There's lots of giveaways on Twitter. Just be really careful about doing anything that requires information. A lot of people are trying to scam others, so just be careful not to join any links or anything like that. Most of them on Twitter, though, are more like follow us, retweet us, you know, tag a friend, that kind of stuff, which isn't that bad. But just avoid clicking on anything. If anyone's putting like links inside their tweets or anything, you're probably going to get hacked or scammed. So be careful with that. But even the official Big Games Twitter is like giving away. It says like, RT, and follow Pet Sim merch to enter the giveaway. Picking 10 lucky people in 3 days. So, I mean, there you go. There's your free Titanic. Go get it. Now, finally, if you're a pay-to-win player, and I'm kind of in that category, okay? If it's not obvious, I mean, I got a Love Lamb. I got, you know, Cheerful Yeti. I've got the Bread Shiba. I've got this one. I mean, you're seeing a lot of plushies in here. And yes, that's the best way to get it. And I'm going to explain why. We're going to do the math, okay? We're going to get into this math real quick. You're going to be blown away. And if you're absolutely clueless on what I'm talking about the Big Games shop. So it's Big Games. It's like shop.biggames.io. If you go to the merch section, I'm just going to shop now. Look at this Titanic sock monkey, okay? They physically send you this giant plushie, and then it's inside this big box, and I've bought a ton of these. They give you a small plushie as well. That is not a huge, by the way. But with this, they give you a DLC code you can enter into the game and redeem, and it's very limited. Usually sells out quick. But this one also included a bunch of exclusive eggs. So not only are you getting exclusive eggs, even if I only get 10 eggs, which is about 3,200 Robux, right? Plus, you get a Titanic sock monkey pet, which is going to be insanely popular. 250 bucks. I know that's a lot of people. A lot of people can't afford that. Most of the time I shouldn't be able to afford this either. In fact, I shouldn't be buying this, but look, this is the cheapest way to get it if you're going to pay to win. But we're going to go back to math school. I'm just going to show you, okay? So if you're going to pay to win, it's going to cost you about $520 to $700 if you're going to do it from like any of the exclusive shop stuff in game. Plush cost is only 250 bucks versus $520 to $700 if you're going to do eggs versus enchants. So currently, and again, this is always going up. The cost to Titanics are always going to go up. The first one would cost you 62,000 Robux, and I'm going to explain that math in a second. But if you were to go out and buy, I'm assuming you're a subscriber for premium if you're pay to win, which is why you got these rates. But it's about 520 bucks, right? And again, it's always going up, so this is going to continue to rise. And if you're going to use just eggs only, exclusive eggs, then it's going to cost you, assuming you bought them, it's going to cost you about $700. So I'm going to show you how we get this math. So 5.5 billion, right? We're going to divide that with 212 million. You're going to need 25 of these. Let's just round it up to 26 of these. You need 26 lucky blocks. So 26 lucky blocks times 2,400 Robux is 62,000 Robux. That's where this comes around, right? Yeah, so 62,000 Robux. That's how much it's going to cost you if you're to pay to win. So just get the plush. So yeah, good luck on your Titanic journey. I would recommend, again, the best way to do it is invest in those enchants, especially when inflation or deflation is going. These are going to be the best for you to do because they're exclusives, they're limited, and they're not really going to tank or drop very quickly unless they add like weird charms that do stuff or some other mechanic like a game pass. Like I've been telling you, you know, get the super magnet, but what if they added game pass and then this is worthless to you and I just tanked your entire, you know, value. So I just don't think they're going to do that right away. So I'm going to make bank on this while I can. Boss mimics, I don't think they're going to add another like super boss mimic or anything weird like that. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, please let me know in the comments below. I love reading your comments. I really do. Until next time, happy grinding. Peace.